Hey everyone, welcome back to the Milkhouse Homestead. I'm Brooke, and today I'm going to be talking about seeds for this 2023 garden. So I did buy some recently, so this is what this pile is here. I do have my seed catalogs that I have gone through. This one I did purchase. It's one of the biggest seed catalogs out there, and it is by rareseeds.com. And also I have my Baker Creek heirloom seeds because I love heirlooms. So I'll go ahead and show you guys kind of what I have and kind of how I'm going to start my garden. So I do have one of these journals. I haven't started using it yet because I saved it for this year because I got it recently. But you can kind of plan out like what plants you have, indoors, direct seeding, if you're buying a plant, how many you have, and kind of when you want to start that. So what I like to do also is they have like 3 weeks until last frost. So that way I can keep track of when I need to actually start things or when to plant things and all that kind of stuff. It just kind of keeps me organized. I also made a list of different vegetables and herbs and everything that I want to start growing for my garden this year. So I did make a list there. I do still have a few more seeds I need to buy. But just to give you a breakdown of what I'm going to be doing this year is some bell peppers. We do want to do more of those just because I like to freeze them and stock up on them. We didn't have enough last year. It was actually my first garden that I've ever grown. So this year is kind of like taking back and just kind of thinking about what is the best efficiency and what I actually like use and what I want to like keep up and have stock of and all those kind of things. So bell peppers for sure. Green beans, okra, love okra, Brussels sprouts. Some of these are like for like late in fall that I'm gonna plant eventually because some of these don't grow in the summer. And then the Sugar Rush peach pepper, which is spicy. Shishito peppers, my favorite. Jalapenos, squash and zucchini, tomatoes, some lettuce. Pimento peppers for sure because I love making homemade pimento cheese. Cucumbers, of course. Some basil, thyme, parsley, mint, sage, rosemary. I thought about doing carrots this year, but I don't think that I will just because I don't have a lot of space. We are in a rental house, so I don't have like permanent structures right now. So I did a lot of pot growing and just above ground growing really. We might make a structure since we did renew our lease, so we'll have something a little bit more permanent. So we're gonna skip out on the carrots. I'm definitely gonna do some onions though, and maybe some celery, lavender, nasturtiums, different flowers, things like that. And I do like heirlooms. I bought some hybrids mainly because I like to can my own tomatoes and make it tomato sauce. So for those I did get some hybrids, but I really do like the heirloom seeds. Those are probably my favorite because I love the culinary aspect of different kind of varieties and different taste palettes. So I do that. But I did organize my seeds the other day just based on like early spring. So I wanted to start these first. These seeds I'll probably start like, way sooner than the rest of them basically. So I do have my spring veggies and then I'll have my herbs and then my spring flowers. I did also separate some things that I'd like to start in fall. So like pumpkins and things like that, winter squash, and all that good stuff. But I'll just kind of go over what I have in each of these bags. Maybe not everything, but just like my top like favorite things that I have to grow. But also I did order from MIGardner, and what I got from there was there's a rare heirloom seed called the Giant Crimson Tomato, and they only gave me like 5 seeds, so they're trying to like make sure everybody gets a chance, but this is the one here. I did get some Roma tomatoes because I want to make sauce. The bell peppers, I did get this one. I'm gonna buy one more. I just haven't yet. So I'm deciding between like red or green bell peppers. Some bunching onions. The sage. I did get these flowers. I just thought they were super pretty and the colors are great. I want to be able to have, you know, flower arrangements on my tables too. I did get some fennel, but it's the herb fennel. Here's some cucumbers. There's one that I like way better than this one. I haven't tried yet. So I'll show you that one. That one's like my favorite cucumber ever. I did get some celery. Oh, jade beans. So those are the ones I just recently bought. that are gonna be put into the rotation. But let me go ahead and show you what I have here. So these veggies for my early spring planting, they just are more like, I guess, frost tender. So they don't mind the cold, but they can't obviously be in freezing temperatures. So I'll probably start these first. So I have a kale. And I am obsessed with cauliflower, and so I thought I'd go ahead and try my hand at that. Some brassicas. Spinach. Like 2 packs of those because I love spinach. Romanesco, which is like a variety that's like a mix between like a broccoli and a cauliflower. But it's really good. I recommend. I did grab some of these beets. I do really want to try them. I have never tried them before. I don't typically like beets, but I really want to experiment with it because maybe it's just me making it wrong. And I've had beets before and I loved them. So I think I just need to experiment more in the kitchen with that. But this one had very good reviews. It's Beet Badger Flame. They're out of stock right now on their website. So I did pick up one as soon as they were back in stock. But I definitely want to try them. They're like almost like it literally looks like a flame inside the beet, but it's apparently really sweet and tender. So I'm excited to try those. I'm gonna try to get those for early spring, I hope. And I'm not gonna do carrots. I'm gonna put that out of there now. I might start some lettuce, but I don't know if I'll do that in early spring. It'll probably go back to the regular spring bag instead of early spring. But I do really like these, the Tom Thumb. And then I have the, I can't even pronounce that, but it's really good. Some sugar snap peas. And then just some garden peas as well. So these will be like the first plants that I get out into the garden, because they kind of don't mind the cold. And since we still are kind of new to gardening, we're still trying to figure out like kind of like how we're gonna do our drip and everything, because it is a rental house, and so we don't want to have like super permanent structures or anything like that. And we can't bring it with us if we move and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of been a challenge, I think, for that. But it's not gonna stop me from growing for sure. But we're gonna like kind of invest in a little bit of like different types of things for drip, because I've noticed that was a big struggle. And that definitely affected my quality of my crops that I was growing. So it's definitely something we're gonna invest in and kind of look into. The next one here is some squashes too. Oh, here's the cucumbers that I was saying. These are my favorite ones. They're really tender and sweet, and they're just really good. Has a mild taste too. And then some squash. So I haven't had these yet, but I really like yellow squash, and this one had such good reviews, so I'm gonna try that out. I have struggled with some like squash bugs last year. I'm hoping it will be a little bit better. I'm just gonna have to try some new techniques for sure. But I also got this one. This one had good reviews as well. I haven't tried these yet. Obviously some onions, and then these. I haven't picked exactly which tomatoes I plan for big like beef steaks yet. This is definitely what I'm going to plant just for trying, because I've had good reviews. I just haven't tried it yet. So I definitely want to try that. The Wapsican peach tomato, that one actually was really good. I didn't get much harvest from it. I think I planted them late, but it was really good. So I think I'm gonna try again. Oh, and then I did get blue boar berries tomatoes. So they're kind of like little blueberries. So I did get those. Jalapenos. The Sugar Rush Peach, one of my top favorites. They are spicy, but I like making a hot sauce out of it. Shishitos, my favorite peppers. Those are for like pan frying. They're not spicy by any means, but they're really good. And the pimentos, I usually do Ashe County pimento. I also do add some jalapenos into the mix, just because we're not super big on like spicy. That way I can mix them with the spicy jalapenos and make stuff out of that. I love okra. I will eat okra raw off of the plant. It's so good. So I actually have a lot of okra. I don't know if I'm gonna plant all of these, but we'll see. We'll just have to see. I have these 4 though. I did see really good reviews on this Jing Orange, so I'm excited to try that one as well. I'm gonna try my hand at corn. I've never grown corn before, but I got this one, honey and cream corn. So we'll see. And another corn here, but. So that's what I have for the spring veggies. As far as herbs, I know I want to have the basics for sure. That way I can dry them and put them up for the year. There are a few more that I do need to purchase that I haven't yet. Sometimes I'll buy starts of those, like start plants from a local farmer. It just depends, but I think since I'm already starting seeds, I'll probably just go ahead and buy the seeds. That way I have them for next year as well. I wasn't successful with this one I'm about to show you. It was a watercress herb. It kind of tastes like celery, but I wasn't successful. I think I planted this one late as well, but it's apparently has good reviews, and I'm open to trying it for sure, so we shall see. I do want to grow mint because there's this tea that I make and it requires mint, and I hate having to buy mint from the store, so if I can eliminate that and not have to go to the store for that and grow my own, I'd rather do that. Basil, I do want to try my hand at some basil tea. So I do have this one here. I've heard it was really good for tea. And I actually heard that from Roots and Refuge. I love watching her YouTube channel, so I recommend. I do have seeds that I saved from some of my plants, and they're just the basil ones. But I have the Tulsi basil, the Genovese basil, and the spicy bush basil. That one was actually really good. So I'll probably plant these and see how they do. I've never saved seeds before, but they dried out and then I put them in baggies. So we'll try those as well. Flowers are my next ones. I have not really experimented with much with flowers, to be honest. I'm still a new gardener, so it's definitely not anything that was really on my radar. But I'm definitely going to give those a try. I'll show you what I found. I obviously did show you the one that I just bought with the apricot colored flowers, the Status. So I'm excited for those. But I did get some calendula. I just want to have some things that pollinators like. So there's a few more things I might buy, like lavender and things. But I also got poppy seeds just because they look so pretty. I'm excited for those. Here's the calendula that I bought. And I got some free sunflower seeds, so I'm excited to try these. And I also got these sunflowers on purpose because I really thought they were beautiful, so I'm excited to try those. Most of these I got from Baker Creek seeds, but there's a few that I got like at Botanical Interest or MIGardner. I did check out another seed company. I don't see it right now, but also I got Cosmos. I just thought they were beautiful. Borage, you can also use this as an herb, but I've noticed pollinators really do like it. It kind of has a cucumber taste. If you can, these are edible flowers, and you can eat the leaves as well, but it tastes like cucumbers. Black-eyed Susan. And then I got some hummingbird mix because I love seeing hummingbirds out during the spring. I remember going to this huge garden and just seeing this hummingbird, and I would love to have that in my backyard. So I'm gonna give it a try. See if we can coach them into my backyard. And I got some free lavender Felix, so I'm gonna plant some of those. I had grown these last year and they were actually very beautiful. These were free. But yeah, those are all for my flowers. I don't really have a whole lot there. As far as, well, I guess I do have a lot of flowers. I don't know if I'll plant them all. We'll see. Some of them are just experiments to see how they grow, and I haven't really experimented much with them, so I thought, why not give it a try. Maybe some of them will go in containers, and it'll be like a container garden of flowers, something like that. And then I do have the seeds that I would start in the fall. More like pumpkins and winter squash, really. Nothing really crazy. Maybe some cabbage as well. I did read that these beans, these bush beans, actually like the cold, so it's really more for a fall planting. So I might just do that, where I might experiment this spring and see if they grow. I got some sugar pie pumpkin seeds. This one had good reviews. The Burgess Buttercup Squash, and this one is actually from Hudson Valley Seeds, but good reviews there. Honey Boat Squash. Your classic pumpkin. Early Jersey cabbage. I wanted to try my hand at some rutabaga, so I got some rutabaga, but this won't be until fall, of course. And I did get the red curry squash, and I have had these, and my plant was struggling. I think I grew 1 or 2 of them. I still have one on my counter, so I can still make some squash out of that. And it was really good. I recommend. I still love my butternut squash, but this is definitely, it doesn't take the top. I think butternut squash has been my top. But this is definitely pretty similar. It's between a pumpkin and a squash, but it's really good. But yeah, that's all the seeds that I have currently and kind of my plan for my garden. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to make my garden beds, my above garden beds. We're thinking 6 feet by 3 feet. So we'll see how that goes. My husband's really handy, so he'll probably be doing that for me. With some direction from me, I guess. But yeah, whenever we do that project, I'll definitely show you guys how we ended up doing that. As far as trellising, especially for tomatoes, I got a lot of tomato stakes. They don't really hold up well, but since we don't really want to invest in, well, it's also really hard to find cow panels around here. At least I've tried last year, and I could not find any at a good price. And they usually go quickly because everybody was using them for trellising. So maybe we'll invest in those at some point. If I find any on a good deal, I'll probably grab them. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick with my normal tomato stakes. I don't really like the cages as much. I did try those, but we'll probably stick with stakes. But I'll show you guys that as spring arrives and everything. But I just wanted to show you my seeds so that I can kind of give you an idea of what I'm growing, maybe something that you might like to grow. Other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and thank you for stopping by.